I chose this subject to tie in the relevance of science in our society today. Genetics is a subject that all students can relate to, as it explains, to some degree, how they obtain the traits that they have. Students are able to bring in their prior knowledge and experiences to further their depth of understanding and bridge the gap between what they already know and the science behind those concepts. I have found that this is also a subject area that allows many other content areas to be infused into it, such as history, math, and language arts. Students are able to learn how to develop and support their own thoughts and opinions on a very real and meaningful subject. This allows students to build on the knowledge within the science discipline from writing from sources and citing evidence to support their claims. During this unit, students are asked to develop an understanding of various genetics, vocabulary, and mathematic probability in order to predict certain outcomes of inheritance. This unit allows students to read about basic concepts related to genetics in the modern world and asks students to apply them to bigger philosophical ideologies that surround the ethical implementations of altering an organism's genome. Modern genetics is a great subject area to integrate technology in order to support student learning. Through this unit plan, all 8 of Gardner's multiple intelligences will be addressed through various technologies. Some ISTE technology standards that are addressed in the unit will allow students to problem solve, use tools to communicate effectively through visual models, in this case a public service announcement, and to collaborate with their peers through various digital platforms. Students will progress through the various levels presented on Bloom's Depth of Knowledge chart. They will start the unit by recalling previously learned information and work toward the alternate end of the spectrum by extended learning as they develop their own opinions. This unit uses various technological platforms for verbal and linguistic learners to read, annotate, and discuss their ideas. The naturalist student will get to categorize their findings via Shout It Out, and visual students through MindMeister. Interpersonal students will use Google Classroom and online blogging to collaborate and respond to various viewpoints. Kinesthetic learners are given the opportunity to perform and act out a character that supports the viewpoint they are assigned to research. Intrapersonal learners are able to evaluate and reflect on historical perspectives through Socrative and online journaling. Students with a high musical intelligence will get to utilize GarageBand to compile music for their public service announcement. And lastly, logical and mathematical students will be given the opportunity to use Google Scholar to research modern genetic technologies. Students will question, categorize, and listen to various viewpoints to investigate the pros and cons related to specific types of genetic engineering technologies. Students are asked to research genetic engineering technologies and practices, as well as positive and negative effects, to form an educated opinion on the matter. Students will work in groups to explain their processes of trait and gene inheritance from parent to offspring, and how different groups of people view this topic. Students are asked to utilize their research to develop a public service announcement about a type of genetic engineering from the viewpoint of that stakeholder. Along with the unit project, students will use all of their research and experiences to develop and share their stance on genetic engineering and the limitations they believe should be put in place to protect current and future generations. Students are to reflect on their experiences as it relates to genetic engineering, and if their personal viewpoints have shifted or stayed the same. Through the more meaningful integration of technology within my classroom, I have seen a noticeable increase in engagement from all types of learners across my classes. I enjoy seeing the level of student investment and development of a student-centered learning environment. I'm able to observe students developing social communication skills and strengthening of both their cognitive and emotional development and problem solving skills as well. I look forward to further addressing the many multiple intelligences through technology throughout my teaching career.